All right, it's live. It's going.
Did your heart get colder?
It's going.
What up?
What up, everybody?
Well, bitch. Stupid ass bitch.
You ever say that about your mom after she walk out of your room?
Dude, that, you know those one videos where it's...
The ones I always send to you?
Yeah. Where it's like when you got yelled at in 7th grade or something, he's just like...
He's stabbing himself in the privates and flipping the...
And like he like fucking photoshops him breathing fire and shit. That's what I envisioned when I was a fucking kid.
Yes,
I'd walk down the stairs and
sure.
start flipping them off. Like tough as fuck once I walk downstairs.
Dirty Dan, BP, Jersey P. How you doing? Jersey Pete's got quick on that trigger finger, buddy.
What's up, you fucking pussies?
Imperial Shot, Shannon Ninnery, Brian Colvin.
Oh, man.
Come on, it's Moister. That is Moister. She's... Oh, all right, bro. She's here. Yo, bros. What's up, Mark? Keel. Hello from Nova Scotia.
Hell yeah.
He's
my favorite planet.
He's hiding someplace. They're not allowed to use the internet there. That's okay. Dolbeer. Yo, yo, yo. All right, let's get this thing going.
Let's go, Daddy.
We're happy to have you guys here this week
Yeah.
on this installment of the Brohio podcast. We're doing big things here.
Yep.
We are.
Each other.
We got a bro talk coming your way on the Patreon, too. If you're into that kind of thing. All right. There once was a two-host podcast about a love between two men and their mutual love for cats, even though one of the hosts had cats and the other one didn't have cats.
I'm a poser.
And they lived in Ohio in a basement together. And people tried to break them apart, and it didn't work.
Ever.
Even after almost 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that the world tried to break these two apart from being together and taking over the world of podcasting together.
Yeah, they said they wouldn't make it.
No matter what they threw their way, they persevered.
Yeah.
The cream rises. And I'm going to give you the link to that show right now. Actually, I'm not, because you're listening to it.
Oh. See what you did, man? You're so clever.
You don't need to go looking any further, because you've found yourself listening to the Brohio podcast.
Clever girl.
I'm the delicious Nickalicious.
And I'm Rob Dog. Hey, guys. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a good fucking weekend. Good fucking weekend, man.
Yeah, man, I fucking had a great one.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened.
I wasn't working.
Ooh.
That's all I know.
I had a very interesting weekend, and I'm going to tell you about it a little later in the show.
Okay. Yeah. I had a lot of baseball stuff.
Ooh-wee.
It sucked, but it was good.
You know, last week you were here. After you left, I had some grilled chicken and the biggest bundle of asparagus in the entire world.
Oh, dude.
And the next morning I went peed,
Oof.
and then my wife went in, and she came out, and she's like, she's dry heaving, coming to that bathroom.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you pregnant?" She said, "No, fucking stink. It smells like something's wrong in the bathroom." And I said, I just went pee. And I went, "Oh yeah."
Oh, so you didn't notice it whenever you were pissing?
A little bit, but
Yeah.
not like it overtook the bathroom.
Ah, okay.
After I got out of there.
All right.
I had to write a formal apology on that one.
Yeah,
Because it
yeah.
was cakey. If it was thick.
I had to write a letter to the city.
It was hanging and dangling.
Apologize for the toxic waste in their sewer system.
Last week I flushed 4 tampons and 2 gallons of asparagus piss.
Oh man, I don't think I've ever had I've ate asparagus before, but never had a really bad experience with it.
Oh man.
I think my body's fucking
I ate a lot of it.
made of steel though.
Yeah, I ate a lot of it.
Yeah, that's probably why. Maybe I haven't eaten enough for it to physically affect me. Anywho,
Hey, let's say thank you to our 2 new Patreon subscribers. If you would like to join us on Patreon, there's a bonus episode again this week. That's like 5 in the past month and a half. It's an extra 30 minutes. It's a whole nother fucking thing. I don't know. Go to patreon.com/Brohio podcast. Yeah. Let's see here. We got Kevin.
So many ways we can go with this.
Harry Private Parts Bush. I don't know. How do you even live your life with the last name Bush, knowing that your fucking dad wrecked in the trade towers?
Man. Damn, dude.
Your fucking dad just killed every American. Fuck you,
shit.
Kevin. And your grandpa, your gay grandpa.
And your big fucking Bush.
And your fucking grandpa, George Herbert, getting his dick sucked by a little fucking ebony fellow in the kitchen at Bohemian Grove. Look it up. They piss on kids there.
They do, man.
I snuck into Bohemian Grove and I saw them. They were urinating on kids. They said, "We're not going to stop pissing on the kids until Alex Jones takes his show off the internet."
Did you hear that audio of fucking Ryan Garcia, the boxer?
No, I haven't paid
Dude.
I haven't paid any attention to it.
He's talking about it and how they like
Bohemian Grove?
Yeah, and he's talking about how they like the elites made him do all this shit.
Of course they did.
And stuff like, dude, it's fucking wild. Talking about how he had to watch people get fucked and he had to get fucked and all this.
I've been trying to tell you motherfuckers for like almost a decade about this shit. No one wants to believe me.
It's wild. Yeah. And then our second patron we got here is Brian. His butt hurts from all of the butt sex. Brian Hurt, thank you very much.
You ever had a Hertz donut?
No. Show me later.
I do it to my kids all the time. They run like, ah! Who wants a Hertz donut? And then they run, man. All right, let's look at this article, I guess. This woman accused of impersonating FBI agent attempting to close down a Waffle House.
Man, some things you just don't do, and that's try to shut down a Waffle House.
This is an ultimate, I hate to use this word, it's an ultimate Karen move.
Yeah.
An East Tennessee woman claimed to be an FBI agent and attempted to close down a Waffle House because its workers allegedly sold drugs from the back door of the restaurant, authorities said.
Yeah, that's why you go to Waffle House. If my worker isn't if my cook isn't either smoking a cigarette over my food or slinging dope out the back door, I don't want to go there.
Yeah, dude, it's syrup in the front and scissor in the back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Kimberly Michelle Gonzalez, 60 years old, of Madisonville, was charged with criminal impersonation. Madisonville police officer Andy Klein said he went to the restaurant on US 411 in Madisonville shortly after 8 a.m. on February 11th. The officer said he was told by an employee of the restaurant that a woman was inside claiming to be a Federal Bureau of Investigation's secret agent. The woman allegedly said that she had come to the Waffle House to shut down the restaurant because drugs were being sold in the rear of the business. At least they had the couth to do it in the back and not out front, but the whole motherfuckers looks like a men's restroom, so I guess it doesn't matter. The employee, let's see here. Okay.
Is that a glass of bourbon in that picture?
Looks like it.
That looks
like
fucking delicious. It looks so good.
The employee allegedly said that she asked Gonzalez to produce some identification, and the woman showed her a brown notebook with a Tennessee badge on it. When the employee pressed Gonzalez, "Hey, dude, you got to be really fucking up to get jammed up by a Waffle House employee." That's felons policing their own right there. The woman refused to produce her FBI badge. When Klein interviewed Gonzalez, she allegedly repeated the story that she worked for the FBI. Klein said he spoke with another witness who confirmed that Gonzalez claimed to be a federal agent. She was arrested and jailed, and bail set as $1,000. That's a lot of money. She's going to get the death penalty for that one, though.
String her ass up. How dare you try to take down a Waffle House?
Hang her to the rafter. Hang her by the rafters.
Yeah. Especially if it's one of the good ones, man.
They're hard to come by.
They are.
There are some really good ones, and then there are some really, really bad ones. The one that they've blessed us with and here in God's country, Vandalia, Ohio, top 5 Waffle Houses in the country.
It's a good one. The one over by me is actually getting a lot better.
Is it?
I went one night really late, me and Carter did, when we were coming.
I was a kid.
Coming back from something.
A sketchy place to go.
Yeah, it's not bad, man. It's on the up and up.
Good.
We went there. We got service within like the first 2 seconds that we sat down.
Hell yeah.
Our
man.
food within the first 10 minutes. It was great.
And now I want to go to Waffle House.
I know. It's so good.
What do you know about cinnamon raisin toast?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Makes the whole place smell beautiful.
Yeah, it does. It does. I don't ever get waffles while I'm there, which is weird.
Pecan waffle, bro, or a peanut butter waffle?
I haven't had the peanut butter waffles.
Shit.
That sounds good, though.
Oh, my God. You got to get that next time. Say, give me a peanut butter waffle.
Yeah,
Give me that delicious Nickalicious promo code.
I didn't know that was a thing. That sounds great.
What, a peanut butter waffle?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's delicious there.
It sounds good.
They put these big old chunks of peanut butter in it.
Yeah.
Like they're like chocolate chips, but they're peanut butter chips.
Oh, nice.
And they melt.
Oh, yeah.
And you get this hot waffle and you cover it in butter and syrup.
Mm-hmm.
And you just get all that sweetness, all that yeast.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of yeast, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I already went to the bathroom.
Did you go again?
No, I think I'm good.
I'll say you can go, man.
So I'll wait till later in the episode. I'm having some gastrointestinal issues.
Okay.
We're going to get through it together.
I'm worried about you, man.
Just like I've got...
Usually this is me doing this. Paybacks.
Yeah. Karma. Karma's a cat, Taylor Swift. We all know that. I've officially sent our promo packet to the agents of the Kelsey Brothers podcast.
Shit.
They're doing a live podcast at Nippert Stadium at University of Cincinnati.
Yeah?
And I've sent them our promo packet.
Oh,
to
shit.
say we would be happy to open up for them to
Yeah.
Ohio boys with a following in Ohio.
That'd be great, dude.
We'll do it for free.
Yeah.
And the booking agency said, thanks for the inquiry. We will get back with you on this.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's pretty much written in stone now that they're going to have us.
I hate to say it, but I mean, we are one of the biggest shows in the state.
We are. I'd say we're like top.
I'd say we're
top
five. Yeah,
for sure. Which is crazy to think about. I mean,
yeah.
In the grand scheme of podcasting, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. But
yeah, nothing.
For
our egos, it's nice.
Yeah, sure. So for Ohio,
I like to toot my own horn a little bit every once in a while. You know,
it's a podcast called For Ohio, but they talk about ghosts and aliens. It doesn't make a goddamn bit of sense.
No, it's more about us than about the topics.
I'll tell you what it's really about. It's about our sponsors.
That's here we go.
And we're gonna give them their time to shine.
Pay the bills for us, baby.
Hopefully that paid the bills.
Thank you for my mortgage.
Because last month was really the next month we get paid is a really, really bad one.
Oh yeah, it is. It's rough.
It's from always after Christmas. Christmas the ads crash.
Yep.
And I just don't even care about this show for about 2 months. Who fucking cares what happened?
Phone it in. That's when we'll get another 911 calls episode.
911 murder.
Oh yeah.
We got a true crime story for you guys tonight.
It's fun.
It is a fun one. I am gonna pronounce this name wrong.
Speaking of that, do you like Funyuns? You said fun one. That made me think of Funyuns.
I am probably the biggest Funyun fan you'll ever
Really?
Yes.
Have you had the flaming hot ones?
I am probably the biggest Funyun fan.
Okay. You already answered that. Thank you. Dude, they're fucking good, man.
My kids love them just like I do. I don't eat them anymore, but I have a recipe that I've concocted myself for a Funyun burger.
Yeah.
I make like a burger mixed with Funyun powder in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, it comes out really good. It crisps up really nicely. Gets a good coat of little crunchies on it. And then you finish it by throwing a couple Funyuns on the grill, charring them a little bit, and then putting a little bit of you put jalapenos on the burger, put the Funyuns on there, and then you put some spicy barbecue sauce, and you melt some pepper jack cheese on the burger.
Yeah. That sounds fucking good.
Tell me that wouldn't sell. You know, if I try to sell that, somebody would buy that.
Yeah.
They'd say, "Give me the Funyun burger." All right, try this.
Man, I'm intrigued now.
Oh, I know. It's delicious.
Sounds good. Give me that and give me a peanut butter waffle from Waffle House.
I'll tell you what's not delicious. Helly Nielsen.
Oh.
Old Helly girl. She was born on July 7th, 1947 in Denmark. You heard that right. Denmark.
Yeah.
Home of the NFL Broncos. Right?
Close enough. I think it's right around there.
John Elway
Yeah.
from Denmark.
Yeah.
Much like many other people in Denmark, she grew up in a small village where she excelled greatly in school because anyone who's not an American does well in school.
Yeah, they have
Care
no
about their
choice.
study. Their parents make them fucking do shit.
Beat the fuck out of them.
Math. They know how to do logarithms and long division and shit.
Yeah.
I personally wasn't a school guy. I mostly got by on personality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used school more as a table to be social as opposed to eating. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was, and then I think teachers would just pass me because they didn't want to deal with me going through the process of not passing.
Sure.
Not to say they wanted to, that I was scary or anything, but I could get a little much sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes they just pass me to get rid of me.
I think so, especially the elective classes. Those people, they didn't give a fuck.
No, they didn't. I remember in 8th grade, Mrs. Imes' class, 7th grade, Mrs. Imes' class, I got an F.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 13% in science
Fuck.
class. And my mom went in for a conference, and Miss Imes said, he's turned in 2 assignments. And both of them were group assignments that he didn't do anything for. He hasn't done anything. And I remember I was in the conference. I said, whoa, I think this is a bit of a misunderstanding. I have all my work in my backpack. And Miss Syme says, if you have all your work in your backpack, where's your backpack? I said, it's in my locker. And she said, go get it, and you bring it in here, and we'll talk about this grade getting fixed.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have a single fucking sheet of anything in my backpack in my locker. So I walked around for fucking 40 minutes in the school at 6:30 at night. And finally, the janitor, he saw me. He said, those women are looking for you. You need to get back in there. And I was like, fucking shit. So I went back to and I was like, I don't know. I think I forgot my combination. I don't know. And my mom was like, you're wasting our goddamn time. She's talking through her teeth at me.
Dude, that was always scary.
And, dude, she let me have it. She's
Oh,
like,
man.
you're a fucking idiot. She was yelling at me and stuff. We left. And the next day, Miss Imes like, I'll be willing to give you a little extra credit to make that grade go up. What do you want to do a project on? I said, I'll do it on tornadoes. And she said,
That's a cool.
Give me a good, strong science project on tornadoes, and we'll get this grade up to something a little better.
Yeah.
So all I did was filled up 2 2-liter bottles full of shit, and then I duct taped them together.
You did the shaking? The spin?
Yeah. And I brought that in, and she said, this is the saddest attempt at anything that anyone could have ever done.
You did no research.
And you've trumped yourself. This is worse than everything you've done before this.
You have a 12% now. It's extra credit that you lost points on.
But then the formal grade cards came out. This is, the grade cards came out 2 weeks after the quarter ended.
Yeah.
And I had an A in science class.
Stop it right
I
now.
swear to God, dude, I'll call her right now.
Dude, she was the best, man.
She was a sweetheart. She was, I remember one day I was going through her, she used to keep like fucking Gardados and shit in the drawer, and I would eat all of her food. And she had this piece of paper that said leather thong nun like in her, and she came back over. I was like, what is this, leather thong nun? She's like, give me that. And she took it, and I was like, what is it? She said, it's my AOL screen name.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, okay. So then I got home that day, and I was like, leather thong nun. I got her on Instant Messenger.
You know who this is?
I got you locked up now. They're gonna think we're fucking.
Oh man, she was great, man. I loved her.
Helly Nielsen, yeah. Helly learned to speak fluent French and English. On top of that, she could listen to and understand German, Norwegian, and Swedish.
Damn, good for her.
They got great fish.
They fucking love their fish, man.
Swedish fish.
Hell yeah.
Delicious. After high school, she attended college in England, and she would eventually leave college and move to France to become an all pair. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, they're really good potatoes.
Those are all gratin.
Oh yeah.
An all pair is like an all pair is like a nanny or a live-in babysitter.
Ah, okay. Why don't they just say that?
I know.
Come on.
I mean, she was French, or
Yeah.
she spoke French. I don't fucking know.
I can kiss French.
I'm a good French kisser.
That's all I can do.
Dude, I always say that to my wife. She'll kiss me, and I'll try and like give her a little tongue, and she'll be like, "No, I haven't brushed my teeth or something." And I'll say, "French kiss me." French kiss me.
Don't be frigid.
Give it to me like the salad dressing. French. I fucking love French dressing.
Dude, I fuck with ranch. Ranch is my shit.
Ranch is good, but French is delicious, dude.
Yeah.
Like, give me an orange creamy French.
I like Catalina. That shit fucks.
That's the same thing as French,
it's
dude.
it's kind of
Catalina's delicious.
It is. It's like a sweeter French.
It is.
Oh.
French people stink.
Yeah, they do.
Crusty motherfuckers.
Oh man.
Once she was tired of changing diapers and burping babies, though, she started seeking out a new job. She didn't want to be an all pair anymore.
Okay.
And speaking of changing diapers and shit, you know what I think's really fucking gross?
No.
Cloth diapers.
Oh, dude, who the fuck? What kind of insane person? You have to be fucked up in the head. First off, to come up with that as an idea, and second off, to be a modern day person using that. I don't care if your fucking baby has allergies. Fuck that shit. Put them in a napkin.
Oh, I've struck a chord with you.
Dude, I hate it. I fucking hate it so much. I've always hated the idea of cloth diapers. You don't want to have your baby shit all over it, then throw it in the fucking washing machine.
I did a social experiment on my wife where I took a full grown man shit in a hand towel and I balled it up and put it in the laundry just to see how she would react. And from that reaction alone, I knew cloth diapers wouldn't work in this house.
Dude. Oh, I hate that shit.
It's disgusting, isn't it?
Oh, God, it's so
Just to
nasty.
think there's like a trash bag full of fucking
so bad.
trash bag full of fucking shitty.
Dude.
That's gross, dude.
Like, they'll think it's okay. these parents will think this is okay, but the second you leave a big fucking turd in your underwear and throw them in the laundry, your wife wants to freak out about that.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, you're nasty.
Come on.
No, I'm not.
There's like non-allergen diapers. Like, fuck. You just gotta find the ones that work.
Just let them free nut it, dude. Just
yeah.
let the beans. And
At that point, what's the difference?
Yeah. Remember, I asked someone that we knew growing up. They used cloth diapers. I'm like, how do you get the fucking shit? And they took me through the process, and I just remember being like 10 or 11, thinking, that's nasty.
Yeah, that's fucking gross.
Because where do that shit has to go someplace, and to think like you're just putting it in the washing machine or whatever.
Dumping it in the trash can.
Fucking wearing your Levi's, you got a pocket full of fucking baby shit.
Yeah, carry around like dog bags, like you pick up dog shit in, just put it in your pocket.
Cloth diapers.
Dude, that's fucking disgusting.
I'll start wearing cloth underwear and just shitting in it. Well, I guess that would be basically
underwear. Yeah.
I'm just gonna start shitting in my underwear.
Just shit in a handkerchief. Tie it around your belt loop and carry it around with you.
Dude, when I finally do to go like an assisted nursing facility and they have to put a diaper in my old fat ass.
Cloth.
Yeah.
Cloth.
I want one of those soft ones.
Cloth.
I want to shit in a washcloth. What's he want? He just keeps on screaming cloth. Oh, he wants a cloth diaper.
Oh, fuck.
They're fucking gross, dude. If you use cloth diapers, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, fuck. That hurt.
It's a good start to the episode.
Yeah, it is.
I have no idea what we're talking about. In 1969, when Hela was 22 years old, she would eventually find employment as an airline attendant with Capital Airways, which meant she had a big old fat juicy ass because all airline attendants got them.
Even the dudes.
Even the dudes. It was a perfect opportunity for her. She loved to travel. She spoke and understood multiple languages. So it was a good opportunity for a young girl to travel the world and see what the earth had in store for her. The first order of business, though, was after she got the job, she had to head to Miami for training beneath the Avi, or whatever Will Smith said. I looked up the lyrics to that. Welcome to Miami.
Bienvenido.
Bienvenido.
Welcome to Miami.
Bienvenidos didos.
Bienvenido a Miami. Welcome to Miami in Spanish.
Bienvenidos a Miami.
See.
Yeah, dude. They still haven't found that alien on the boardwalk in Miami.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to him.
That was Will Smith.
Yeah. This is his husband.
Once Hela started working on the flights, she would meet and fall in love with her future husband.
Oh.
Old Richard Crafts. Big dick.
Love the macaroni.
Good macarona. Richard was an airline pilot, so that relationship was rather, we'll call it natural and organic. I do feel like whenever I am traveling, when I see flight attendants and pilots, I always say in my own brain, I'm like, they're all fucking each other.
Oh, yeah, dude. For sure.
I say that in my own head.
Yeah.
And I think that probably isn't far from the truth. But Richard, he was also a part-time police officer.
Oh, they're definitely fucking then.
Yeah, those are the grimiest bastards. But a little background on Big Dick real quick. He was born on December 20th, 1937 in New York City, which you're correct in your calculations. That puts him about 10 years older than Hela.
Okay.
So he was a fucking diaper sniper, a cloth diaper sniper.
Good for him, man.
He was an awful student in school. He did terribly in school. He did not excel to the point where he just said, fuck school, and he said he was going to go join the United States Marine Corps.
Hell yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, I love Marine Corps. And he worked as a pilot in the USMC. That's me shooting my fucking Huey copter gun, gun, dude, in Vietnam. This guy had scumbag written all over him, though. He was actually engaged when he started his little love affair with Hela. He was like I stated before, he was about 10 years her senior. So he was left his wife, or his fiance, dipped out on her to get a younger, juicier piece of fruit.
He got the newer model.
Yeah, then if you know what I'm talking about. I love it when I hear old men say, "Oh, I'm a trader in for a new model."
Yeah.
You should trade your ass in for a new model with your soft ass dick. Now they dated for several years before they actually finally ended up getting married. They settled down in a very affluent area, Newtown, Connecticut. A lot of well-to-do out there. Granite curbs, lots of nice, fancy area. People with money, and these two, they did not have the first bit of money problems at all, ever. They were pretty well off, pretty well to do, with him being a pilot and her being a flight attendant, and they both worked a lot of hours, so they had a lot of money in the bank.
There's a lot of wealthy people in Connecticut. Like, I don't know, like, if I think of Connecticut, I think of well-to-do people. Like, I don't know what it is about it.
It's nice. It's just a nice state, man.
Yeah.
They got this, the home of the WWE.
I know that. Yeah, I couldn't point to it on a fucking map, but I know it's on there.
It's one of the it's one of the little ones in the top right hand corner.
Yeah, that's all I know. One little guys. You fucking fart and you drive right through it.
I feel like it's a rite of passage that every married couple has to go through financial problems.
Yeah,
to kind of build that relationship.
Oh, that can make or break anything.
It can. But kind of triumphing those battles and overcoming, it goes a long way towards building a stronger marriage.
For sure.
These two people didn't have to go through anything like that because they had stacks of cash.
Yeah.
Stacks of cash and stacks of cloth diapers from the very beginning.
Can't hide money.
Can't hide money, baby. 4 years before they even got married, though, she became pregnant, and that was in 1975. They did end up getting married after they had 2 or 3 kids. And 4 years later, 1979, they eventually had 3 children total, 2 sons and a daughter. They both continued to work at their respective jobs, with even with the addition of the children, her as a flight attendant, he as a pilot. Richard kept a very, very tight grasp on the family's money. Hela had very little say in regards of where their finances were going, what their money was being spent on, what they were investing in. He actually, Richard, he collected guns and he would just like buy landscaping equipment.
Huh.
That was his
Okay. All right.
fucking vice.
Sure.
Buying lawnmowers and earth movers. I don't know.
Good for him, man.
Seems like a little weird, something weird to dabble in. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an alpha move, though, man.
It is. Just to have the baddest ass lawnmower on
Yeah.
the block. Like, mine's battery powered. What you got? I got a battery powered push mower. And, dude, I'll tell you what. That thing is, it's the cat's meow.
Really?
Because every time I put that battery in, that bitch turns on. And I mow for 40 minutes. Then the battery dies. But
Yeah.
I don't need it for 40 minutes. I just do small spots with this little mower.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that I don't have to fuck with a spark plug, I don't have to fuck with a carburetor, I don't have to bleed the gas lines, I don't have to do any of that shit. I just drop a battery in it, and away I go. And it's quiet as a mouse.
Yeah.
I can never tell when it's on, so I'm usually getting ready to chop my foot off.
Yeah, I've never even thought about using one of those before.
Oh,
Man.
dude, if I let you, the one I got out there, if I let you just take it for a 60-second spin, you'd say, where do I get this?
Yeah.
Where do I get this?
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Let's see. They hired themselves. They hired a nanny of their own, much like Hela, the role that she played earlier in her life. The babysitter's name was Dawn Thomas, and she was used to help with the kids since they both traveled so much, kind of going here and there for their airline jobs. And I cannot state this enough. They worked a lot. They worked a lot of hours. They were pretty much always away from home, which is a bummer for the kids.
Yeah.
People in the community viewed them as the perfect couple. The togetherness of their family really shined through when in 1994 tragedy struck the family. Richard, old Big Dick, was diagnosed with colon cancer. That's where your butthole starts to fight back against everything you've done to it your entire life. There you are. You're an airline pilot. You're laid up in a hotel in Pasadena. And you're getting, you couldn't find any female hookers in the white pages. All you could find was this gay juggalo or gigolo.
Juggalo.
All you could find was this gay juggalo in a clown suit. There you are. You're getting fucking
Get a beer bottle shoved up your rectum.
a
Fago bottle.
got a lava lamp. He's broken up and open a lava lamp and he's pouring it down your backside.
Oh, man.
And he's trying to run at you. The doctors unfortunately only gave Richard a 2% chance of survival, which is much, much better than 1%, but not nearly as good as 98%.
Thank you for the math lesson.
You're pretty much dead. Despite these odds, though, Richard he pushed for treatment and somehow made a miraculous recovery.
Nice.
The community rallied around and supported them this entire time, and the togetherness and the strength of the family was on full display. But even though the family looked like they could never be stronger, looks can be very deceiving. It was not uncommon for Hela to appear in public with bruises on her face.
Oh.
One of her friends later reported to police that Hela was being abused by her husband, Richard, that Richard would disappear for days at a time, never saying where he was going. But by 1985, Hela learned that Richard was engaged in multiple extramarital affairs.
Ooh.
Multiple. So he was getting hookers out of the white pages and shit.
Damn, man.
It was nasty, nasty business. This was very difficult for Hela, as they had built a pretty strong life with one another, with the financial gains that they've had. They got a nanny and kids. They live in this rich, affluent area, and to sit and think about all of this possibly going away, that's a lot for a person to deal with.
Yeah.
And Hela, it hurt her. It cut her deep. Here she was dealing with her husband weeks prior to this was given a 2% chance of survival for a very aggressive case of colon cancer.
Yeah.
To go on that emotional roller coaster of, they started planning like the funeral, the post-life arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
They were preparing for this man to die. He snaps out of it. She's so thankful to have her husband. But then she finds out that he's actually having sex with 4, 5, 6 women in every city that he goes to. He has essentially a woman that he's doing whatever with. They ain't calling Big Dick for nothing. Old Big Richard Dick. Big old Dick Richard. What a fucking bastard.
His name's Richard. I mean, you kind of know what you're going to get.
Yeah, and I told you he was a scumbag from the very beginning. You know what they say? Once a scumbag, always a scumbag. Hold on a second. I got to pause this for a second.
You're good, man. Yeah, my phone was blowing up 2 seconds ago.
God, man.
Hey, guys, what's up? How goes it? Bzz.
All right. Good now. Sorry, we had to break off for a second. This is a good chance for me to tell you about some struggles I've been dealing with.
Okay,
Some health struggles.
let's hear him.
Some of you are in tune with our closed group on Facebook,
Yeah.
the Brohio Podcast, Butt Chuggers Anonymous. I made a reference to not having a bowel movement for several days.
Oh, yeah.
You think that's funny?
No, I know where this is going.
Okay.
It's all the aftermath.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, you kind
Some of it, yeah.
Well, Saturday morning I woke up, which would have been approaching day 6 of me not having a bowel movement.
Right.
And I went to the gym.
So were you just more like, were you more concerned that you haven't shit, or were you like starting to be physically uncomfortable because of it?
I was uncomfortable.
Okay.
I went to the gym, and after the gym, did like legs and squats and stuff. But when I left the gym, I cut a few sets off at the end. I said, I have got something wrong.
Okay.
I am uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I have my doctor's personal cell phone. I text him. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't shit. It's almost 6 days, dude. He said, get a water enema, and you will have no problems. Guaranteed you will go to the bathroom. So I'm thinking to myself, where the fuck do I even get a water enema, dude?
Yeah.
Or how do I even... So then I start looking on YouTube at videos of how to use a water enema, and there's someone using one on like this 80-year-old woman.
That's hot. Hell yeah.
So then I go to Rite Aid by the house, and I get 3 water enemas.
Yeah.
I'm reading the back of the box. I'm just like, fuck, man, I gotta... It shows you how to lay and how to
you
position.
stick it up your ass and... Hell yeah. Yeah, turkey baste your asshole. That's so fucking not.
And I get home, my wife sees it. She's like, I'm not doing that to you.
I would have done it.
And I said, fucking shut the fuck up. I was hurting. I was grumpy. It hurt, dude. I didn't ask you to put anything on my ass.
Would it have been gay if I would have did it?
No, hold on. And I pulled this thing out of the box, and it's just like a bulb with a little nozzle on it.
Yeah.
And the nozzle is like the size of a pencil eraser.
Right.
And I get downward dog. I get doggy style. I get fucking reverse cowgirl. I'm getting in all these positions on the bed, trying to figure out how I'm going to get the nozzle, this water in my ass.
Yeah.
Because I'm a pretty stout dude. My arms are not long at all.
Right.
I can barely wipe my butt to begin with. So I can't get both hands on my asshole at once. And so it says to lie on your side and bring one leg up, one knee up to your chest.
Okay.
So I do that. I'm just like on the bed on a bunch of fucking towels.
Just in case you leak.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I put the towels down.
Yeah.
But dude, I had to shit. Like I needed to fix my body.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to shit, but I had to shit.
Yeah.
And I started like feeling around, trying to get this nozzle into my butt. And I swear to God, for about 30 seconds, I sounded like somebody losing their virginity. I was saying, oh fuck. Dude, it was the size of a pencil eraser.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking to myself, like, why is it so fucking big? I was scratching myself. Your butthole's a very tender, it's a very tender spot.
Yeah.
Very tender. I'm just scraping it with this nozzle.
Scratching it.
And I'm like, all right, I'm going to fucking push it in. And I put it in there. And I said to myself, okay, it's in. Here goes nothing. And I just grabbed that bulb and fucking crush it.
What it feel like?
I will like you and I can, any thought of us becoming romantic needs to stop, because I cannot
You can't do it.
have anything in my ass. I thought I had that nozzle 9 to 11 inches up my ass.
It's like 4 centimeters.
I didn't even have it in, dude. I just shot my body with water. I didn't get any water in my butt.
You just pressure washed your rings.
I didn't get any water in my ass at all.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
So the box says once you get it up, you got to lay there for a minute until you feel the bowel movement come on.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of lay there, and I look over my shoulder, and I think, I didn't get any of that water in my ass at all.
Strike one.
So then I get up, and I walk the fucking bathroom naked to get another bag of water.
Yeah.
I come back, and I start trying, oh, fuck, try it all over again. It's so fucking big. It's so fucking big. And once again, I'm thinking, I got it in here. I know I got it in there deep, and I squeeze it. Water just all up my back.
It was just in your butt crack.
Dude, it got the bottom of my hair wet. I fucking crushed it so hard, water went all over the place.
Oh, God.
And I finally came out. My wife said, how'd it go? I said, I got to go back to the store. She said, well, you need more? I said, I can't use those. And she said, I'll do it for you. I said, no.
Fucking growled at her.
No. Walked out. And I go back to Rite Aid or CVS, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I find milk and magnesium.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Like oral enema is what it's called or something.
Oh, man, that shit's rough.
And I came back and I took a kid's dose because I wasn't trying to ruin my life. Half an hour goes by, nothing. An hour, nothing. 2 hours. And then finally I say, I'm not giving my entire Saturday to this.
Mm-hmm.
I had stuff to do. So I put my foot to go down the steps and my stomach goes, these cramps. Like my uterus is being like ripped in half.
Yeah.
And I double back to the bathroom, and that was the picture I sent you. I sat on the toilet for 50 minutes.
50?
50 minutes. With
holy shit.
like
literally.
Wait 2 minutes. Yeah.
So what about after that? How'd it go after that?
It was done.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah. It cleared everything in my body out in 50 minutes, and then I was good for the rest of my life.
You got another 35 years in you before you gotta do it again.
I cannot express this enough. I can't get anything in my butthole at all. Beyond, I don't know. Maybe I just need somebody else to do it, but it's
that's a little braggy, but it's all good.
Truly problematic. I said, oh, shit.
Fucking blew that watery load all over your back.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So Hela. Okay, back to Hela. Once she found out that she's being cheated on multiple times, she met with a divorce attorney in September. On top of that, she also hired a private investigator. She wanted to know everything this fucking scumbag was doing.
Okay.
The name of the private investigator was Keith Mayo. They named him after the white sandwich sauce, and she explained everything to him in terms of where he was going, what he was doing. Now, Keith, the private investigator, the PI, did indeed follow Richard. Keith took pictures of Richard passionately kissing another flight attendant in New Jersey to go along with the pictures of him with several other women throughout the investigation all over the country. Do you remember that show, Cheaters?
Yeah, I do. I do. That shit was wild, man.
Yeah. If you guys don't remember that, it was a show where cheating spouses would get caught on camera and they'd follow them around and
It's always like at gas stations.
they'd catch a spouse out at a restaurant with the person they're having the affair with, and they would pretty much confront them with the spouse that was being cheated on with a host. I think I did find out that it was fake.
Really?
It was staged.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
It was reenactments.
Okay.
Yeah. This was everything that Hela needed to see that she could file. Everything that she needed to see, she saw.
Okay.
And she filed for a divorce. And in October of 1986, she did actually finally file for divorce. During the process of filing for the divorce, she actually told her divorce attorney and the PI that absolutely 100% expect foul play if anything ever happens to me.
Oh, shit.
Richard had a history of being physically abusive towards her. He had a temper, horrible anger mixed with his law enforcement experience. She always had the feeling that he could make her go away and get away with it if he needed to. Hela finally advised Richard of her plans to divorce him. Whenever that happened, Richard informed him of his own news. His cancer, in fact, had returned, and he did not have much time to live at all. Well, fucking die, Richard. He begged her to hold off on the divorce because he wasn't going to live, and she semi-agreed if she was going to let him live out his days, so be it. She could move on with her life.
Mm-hmm.
Days went by. He didn't appear to be getting any sicker. Then she started doing her own digging, and she called Richard's doctor to inquire about the treatment process and the prognosis. To her astonishment, the doctor said Richard had a clean bill of health and that there, in fact, was no cancer or any other terminal illnesses that Richard was suffering from. So he was lying and made up the bonus cancer diagnosis. It was all fabricated. On November 18th, 1986, Hela, she returned to Newtown after a long flight from Frankfurt, West Germany. She got a ride from another flight attendant, and when she arrived at home, she knew that Richard and the kids were home, and she was pretty excited, being that it was her Thanksgiving break. She was going to get the meander to family and see everyone for the holidays. The plan was that night, so they weren't together still, but they still were in the same home. Mm-hmm. The plan was the next morning, the 19th, November 19th, they were going to go to Richard's sister's house to celebrate Thanksgiving. And plans were kind of thrown out the window the next morning. There was a massive, uncharacteristic snowstorm that rolled in. The snow was wet and heavy, causing power outages throughout Newtown. When Richard woke the next morning, power had still not been restored to the area. Kind of in a weird haste, in a giant hurry, Richard woke Dawn, which is the nanny, and the children up. He asked them to hurry and to get the kids ready because they were going to go to his sister's house in Westport where they still had power. When the nanny asked where Mrs. Crafts was, which is Hela, he told her that she'd gotten out of bed, dressed, took her flight bags, and left the house an hour earlier. At his sister's house, her name was Karen, he told his sister that he would return later that day, and after returning home to check out on he was going to go home and check on the electricity. Once the power was restored, he picked up the children and returned home. At that point, several days had gone by, and there were unfortunately no signs of Hela. So that night she came home November 18th. No one had really seen her after that. And the story was that she packed her bags and kind of, maybe they got in a spat or got in a fight, and she just left. She had it out. And the weird part was, this was not uncommon for Hela to just pack up and go on a trip on a whim. She was very much a free spirit. Not that she would leave her kids, but she always planned for little short getaways and things like that.
Sure she had all them air miles.
Yeah. In several days like I said, it had passed and there was no sign of Hela. Richard called everyone. This, like I said, it wasn't uncharacteristic of her to travel because how much she traveled for work, but it was very uncharacteristic for her to just leave and not tell anybody what she was doing. But Richard calmed everyone. He said, she goes on trips. We're kind of going through a lot. Not specifically he wouldn't speak about the divorce because he didn't want anybody to know about that. But when she didn't show up for her flight shift, that's when people started to sound the alarms because she had never done anything like this before. People got progressively more worried, and that's when Keith Mayo, you'll remember the private investigator, the white sauce man, become very concerned. And Keith started to poke around because he remembered that Hela told him, said, if anything happens, I want you to know that there could potentially be foul play, and it's not, I'm not going to commit suicide. Kind of like, the people that know things about Jeff Epstein.
Yeah.
I am not going to kill myself.
A funny thing in the chat, Ryan said, in December I was told I had spindle cell sarcoma and that I didn't have a good outlook. February I had surgery to remove the tumor. Ends up it wasn't cancer at all and I'm 100% fine.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
You're going to die. Just kidding.
It's like, just like him.
Man.
Just like Richard.
Yeah. Just
Miracle.
like Dick. Now, Richard kept on making up more stories about where she'd gone. He said that she'd gone to Denmark to see her mother, that she'd gone on vacation with friends to a different country. And then finally, Richard just came out and said, look, I got no fucking idea where she went. He convinced everyone that she, in fact, left, and he didn't have any idea where she went to. By the 29th, so almost 10 days, a whole 10 days later, Lena Johansson, a friend.
I read that as John Cena, by the way.
John! A friend of Hela's obtained Hela's mother's phone number in Denmark. And the friend reached out to Hela's mom. However, Hela's mom informed her that she was not ill and that she had not seen her daughter Hela. In fact, she did not expect Hela until the following April. So still about 5 or 6 months away until she was expecting Hela. Once Keith, the PI, got word that she was still missing, he went to the police department to report the potential of foul play. Now, police, you'll remember they downplayed it because his status as a former part-time police officer.
Yeah.
I'm a former part-time police officer. And the police knew him. They knew his character. They thought he was a good dude. And on top of that, he's a war hero. Yeah. He's a veteran. He's an airline pilot. He was all of these things. He was a player, he would fly around, all these women, just like this fucking egotistical macho machismo, and all the police are like, yeah, that's the guy right there. They looked up to Big Dick. Little did they know he had butthole cancer.
Yep.
No man at all.
Got a lumpy butt.
So the police, they downplayed the situation. What's new? With the reports of Hela being missing for over a month now, local police still had not done a single thing.
That's crazy.
Finally, a local county prosecutor referred the case to the Connecticut State Police. And while Richard, this all happened while Richard was actually on vacation. He was in another country, I do believe. This gave police a head start, and they started to interview the nanny, Dawn Thomas. Dawn explained the weird occurrences on November 19th. It also dawned on Dawn that there were some strange things going on around the house as well, mainly a huge piece of carpet that had been randomly cut out of the master bedroom.
Oh, conveniently.
When questioned by the nanny, he told her that he'd spilt kerosene on the carpet.
Okay.
Another strange piece of information. She did see oddly stained carpet throughout the house and smaller pieces that had been removed. She kind of talked to the police like, hey, the night that she came home, was fine, but then the next morning he rushed us out of the house. They weren't supposed to leave the house until 9 a.m., but he woke up everyone in the house and rushed everyone out of the house 3 hours earlier at 6 a.m. And she kind of told the police about that. Hey, this doesn't really add up. This is weird, and I'm just trying to work it all out in my own head, talking to the cops. Keith, the private investigator, he caught wind of the carpet situation, so he went to the local dump, and he found actual pieces from the carpet in their bedroom. And he submitted it for testing, and there was no blood that was found on the pieces of carpet that he had obtained from the dump.
Damn.
Yeah. Police did locate a blood stain on the side of the bed in the master bedroom, which ramped up the investigation into overdrive. Newtown police asked Richard if he would submit to a lie detector test, which we know how fucking locked up those are.
Yep.
He agreed, and he passed with flying colors with no deception recorded. However, during this time, he did admit to lying about the story he gave regarding Hela visiting her mother. He told police that he and Hela were having difficulties, and he didn't want to air any of his dirty laundry, so he kind of made that part up, but he did pass the part of the polygraph saying that he had nothing to do with the disappearance of his wife.
Okay. On
December 11th, Richard was again questioned, and he had an answer for everything. The questioning went as such: did you know that your wife hired a private investigator? No. Why would your wife tell her friends she was afraid for herself regarding serving you divorce papers and tell them to check on her if something happened? I cannot imagine her saying this. It is completely out of character for her to say this. What's the story with your bedroom rug? Apparently you removed it or cut some pieces out of it. Can you explain this to me? He said all the rugs in the house are being removed and replaced. What was spilled on the rug in your bedroom? Kerosene. Did you cut pieces out of the rug? Yes. 2 feet at a time. It's easy to remove it that way. Which it is. It's actually fucking, that's how they cut carpet.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do with your rug? You took it out of the bedroom. Dumped the bedroom rug in the Newtown landfill 1 week ago. It was blue in color. Police pulled Richard's bank account and his credit card statements, where they found several odd purchases made around the time of Hela's disappearance. He bought a very large deep freezer that was not found in the home, new bed sheets, new comforter, and a fucking wood chipper.
Oh, shit.
There was also the receipt for a chainsaw that they later located. And the chainsaw was actually recovered later on in this story. Joseph Hine, a local truck driver who worked for the town of Southbury and happened to drive a snowplow, reported that on the night of November 18th, the night that she came home from her trip, while he was plowing the roads, he noticed a rental truck with a wood chipper attached. The truck and the wood chipper was parked close to the shore of Lake Zor, and he didn't think much about it until the search of the Crafts' home made the news. So when they checked through Richard and Hela's house, and it kind of went, it hit the news media. That's when this truck driver, Joseph Hine, said, I kind of think I saw something weird that night. Hine was able to lead detectives to the location where they found several small pieces of metal, human tissue, a fingernail with pink nail polish, bone chips, human hair, the crown of a tooth, and type O blood, which actually matched the type of blood that Hela had inside of her.
Conveniently.
Not only did they locate all that, but they also located a chainsaw that had been disposed of in the river that actually had Hela's DNA on it. The teeth were a match for Hela. So now we're not talking about a missing person. We're officially looking at a homicide case at this point, despite there being no body. We had teeth, we had hair, we had all that.
Everything.
But we did not have a body. Authorities gathered enough information that they felt they were going to be able to give an accurate representation of what had actually occurred. On November 18th, the night she returned from Germany, Richard beat Hela over the head with a blunt object, killing her in their own home. He then proceeded to stuff her body into a freezer until it was frozen. Once the body was frozen over, he drove his family to his sister's house. Richard rushed home and dismembered the body using a chainsaw, putting the body back in the freezer while he cleaned the house and cut out the carpet. He then proceeded to dispose of his wife's frozen remains by shoving them through a wood chipper and then into the back of a rental truck. Then he took the remains to Lake Zor and he disposed of all the remains in the lake. At one point during the investigation, the brother-in-law, which would have been the brother of Hela, was kind of near Richard whenever police announced that they were going to search Lake Zor. And Richard said, he said out loud, "Let them dive. They're not going to find a body." And that kind of struck the brother-in-law as weird. Like, hey, how does he know that they're not going to find a body?
Yeah.
And he just kind of said it so matter-of-factly, like, let them search. They're not going to find a body. The investigation found out that the freezer was actually purchased days prior to the murder, which kind of tells us that he maybe misses this murder was obviously premeditated.
Yep.
And we don't really know what transpired when she got home. This is kind of piecing it all together. But on January 11th, 2 months after she went missing, an arrest warrant was issued. When police went to his home, to Richard's home to arrest him, he told the police that he was tired and that they could deal with it the next morning. That tells you how entitled this fuck was.
That's crazy.
They're there to pick him up for murder. And he says, "Okay, I'm tired. Can we just take care of this tomorrow?" That sounds like some shit my kids would say.
Yeah.
"Let's do this tomorrow."
I'm too busy.
And he was arrested and he was held on $750,000 bond. It was clear that she was dead, but they never ever recovered, obviously, a full body. Hela's mom did take the stand, and she called Richard a liar, said that he made up the story, fabricated it, and she claimed that he in fact did murder her daughter. The jury, though, they didn't see it that way. There was no unanimous decision. It was a hung jury.
I'd like to be that jury, man. All of them are hung. Lucky, dude. Lucky.
Yeah. There was one juror that just couldn't get it didn't add up for him.
Yeah.
So it was a hung jury, but they did a second trial in 1989, almost a full year later. And the jury, this time they took 8 hours of deliberation, and they found him guilty and sentenced him to 50 years in prison. Not life, not the death sentence, but they sentenced him to 50 years in prison. He appealed his sentence in 1993, and the Supreme Court, they denied the appeal. He completed only 30 years of prison. And on January 29th of 2020, just 4 years ago, Richard Crafts was released from prison and transferred to Isaiah House in Bridgeport, Connecticut for homeless veterans, where he is still alive today, living out his life, even after he murdered his wife, chopped her up with a chainsaw.
Yeah, we should do.
Put her in a wood chipper. We should go visit him.
We should mail him a cloth diaper filled with shit.
You're like, oh, I love getting packages. We gotta put them little fucking noisemakers in it, like a Raspberry Pi, so it farts when he opens it.
And glitter falls out everywhere.
Man, the justice system really failed this motherfucker.
That's crazy, dude.
It is.
Oh, man. At least she had she's luckily told people, if something happens, fucking...
Yeah, she was smart enough to do that.
Yeah, because she knew what he was capable of. It just sucks that...
Scumbag.
Yeah. Sucks that he's still fucking alive.
I know, we should kill him.
Oh, shit. He'll die soon enough.
Yeah. So that's why I encourage any of you listening, if you find yourself in a situation like that where you're being abused and you're just not not taking good care of. You're not being taken good care of. Get the fuck out of there. Go find something better for you.
It may be hard, but you're doing yourself a huge favor. You get yourself out of that fucking situation. You're gonna find somebody else that, if someone loves you, they're not gonna do shit like that to you.
We'll take care of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I woke up with a boner this morning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I fell asleep with a boner and I woke up with one.
Yeah. We went to Dick's yesterday and we were walking through and there was this mannequin that had this like see-through shirt on, and she was like, I'm about to get that shirt and wear just that shirt. And I'm like,
prepare for destruction, baby girl.
I'm like, yep, I just got a boner.
Yeah, I got a boner.
She was like, let me check. And then she was like, oh, you did?
It's called a
don't talk about it, baby.
A chubby.
Yeah, chub.
It's a
Yep.
I'm all chubbed up.
Yep. Got that old fucking chub.
Still works.
Yeah.
That gun still got a bullet in it.
It didn't take it took like fucking 0.3 seconds. That baby was ready to go, dog.
Boners are scary, man.
Yeah, they
They
are.
hurt, but they feel good.
Especially other people's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wait. What?
I'm not making gay jokes anymore. I can't do it, Robert.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm convinced that while I do think there are very gorgeous men,
Mm-hmm.
and I think there's good-sized dicks, just don't think I have it in me to lie with another man.
What if you're the pitcher, though?
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
Someone let me do that.
Yeah.
We did get an interesting YouTube comment.
It's the ultimate form of love, man. If another man just willing to take you up his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what you sent me the other day? Pretty cool.
My buddy was asking about pictures of my firearm, and I sent him a picture, but I gave him.
To get the pussy
I
in
put the fajankle in the background.
the vajankle. Did he say anything about it?
No, he didn't say anything, but he's a pretty straight shooter, man.
He's like, that's a cool gun, man.
Yeah, cool gun.
You should have had the fucking muzzle of it stuck in the damn.
Have it in there. Yeah, we got a YouTube comment that says, I'm bisexual. Neither of you are really my type, but you both would definitely be found attractive in the gay community. Nick especially would get a lot of love from the bears and the bear chasers.
Hell yeah, man. Good for you.
I'm looking, any one of you bear chasers. I think bears are terrifying,
Yeah.
especially Kodiak. I like polar bears.
What would I be then?
I don't know. I don't know what either one of us would be.
I don't know.
Just be Jags. Just a guy.
Yeah. Just a gay.
Just a gay. Just a gay guy.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, maybe we'll try and get together one more time because next week is just not going to happen because I'm going to be leaving to go on a little trip.
Okay.
Which I would like to say, if there's any of you that live in Destin or around there and want to link up, I'll be happy to do like a little meetup there in Destin
Hell yeah.
to meet some of you beautiful Florida people, Florida man. So reach out.
We could just, or we could just do a fucking, you could just call me.
Do a live show.
I could record it. We can just do a fucking, we don't have to do a normal episode. We can just put out something. We'll put a vacation episode out.
Oh, let me think about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
we could probably
That could
do
be
something,
fun. That could be fun.
do something a little revolutionary.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, guys. Well, you have a wonderful week.
Yeah.
We think the world of all of you. You're special. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. You have svelte genitals, and we're so happy to have you along on this journey with us.
And you definitely wouldn't be able to fit a water enema up your ass either. We know you have a tight asshole too.
I
just
feel
like
better now after I shit.
Yeah. Imagine how good you would have felt if you'd got that thing up your ass.
Oh,
fuck. God damn it. Fuck.
More water.
Fill me up.
Send us a video of you doing an enema. BrohiaPodcast@gmail.com.
Do that.
Cool, guys.
Love you guys.
Talk to you later.
Oh, fuck.
Call this episode Water Enema.
Oh, yeah.
All right, YouTube.
What's up? Hairless Hair is Pizza of the Week. See it. Brew House Reuben Pie.
Oh, yeah. Chris, buddy, sorry to hear about your grandpa. We love you, buddy. That's a good looking pizza.
That's a fucking pretty pizza. That's a pretty pie right there.
Sorry you're going through that, pal.
Liz Goss cut the tip of her fucking thumb off.
At least it's not your butthole. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Love you.
Bye, guys.